is a presentation from Dr. Wrestling Midnight Guthrie and Impact Pro Wrestling.
Here we go. Welcome to Main Event City. Midnight Guthrie, very proud and honored to be joined by Austin Aries here on commentary. Man,
yes,
a very good commentator, certainly in his own right. I'm actually a big fan of your work. I'm not even trying to suck up to you.
That's all right. You don't need to. Hey, listen, if you're going to have a heavyweight championship match, all the stakes, the big one's going to be on the line. Who better to call the action with you than myself?
Well, and this is one of the biggest matches we've had in the Des Moines area this year, as we have Ryan Slade, the defending champion, taking on the challenge of the perennial underdog, but pound for pound, one of the most talented wrestlers in the Midwest, James Jeffries. As this has really been building, as we saw these two go at it 2 months ago, very scientific matchup that unfortunately was broke up by the likes of the Cowboys from Hell. They teamed up to face them last month. A unfortunate miscommunication led to the Cowboys from Hell getting the win over them. And Ryan Slade, pretty upset after that match, actually put a lot of the blame on James Jeffries. And so the challenge was laid down for a rematch here tonight.
Well, I tell you what, listen, that was last month. Right now all the stakes are on the line. Friendships are pushed aside. It's man on man, and I'm excited to see this. I've heard a lot about Ryan Slade, the champion. Obviously, you know, he beat the man that I had a little beef with tonight, AJ Smooth.
Yes.
And you know, James Jeffries, if he's anything like his ring gear, which I'm a fan of, I'll be impressed. So let's see what these two guys got.
Is duly noted. He's a lifelong fan of the Texas Tornado, Kerry Von Erich. He even has a ring jacket just like his. Uses a discus punch just like Kerry Von Erich would use. As Colin Obatayev, now this is, you see the size advantage in play here. Not just the physical size, but the height as well. As Slade undercutting him there with a knee to the midsection.
Oh, I can tell you firsthand that you know, size is only one component that makes a man.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And we've seen now Jeffries in his own right, a former heavyweight champion, but been the recipient of a number of unfortunate situations, that is for sure.
I tell you what, Ryan Slade right now showing me something. He does have the size advantage. He's now grounded the opponent, who's obviously, you know, Jeffries going to have to use his speed and his quickness if he's going to outmatch.
And I like what Jeffries is doing, because he's actually pushing up on his own hand to help bridge up the chin of Slade to get him in this pinning predicament.
Just trying to get a little leverage off you.
And this is what he's going to have to do, because he's outweighed at least 50, 60 pounds here. And not to mention there's about 6 inches of heights to work with. But I mean, Jeffries has been dealing with that his whole career. He knows how to fight from underneath. Nice squeeze there by Ryan Slade as he, look at him spread the weight of the legs, give himself a little more traction to work with on the mat. Jeffries uses the ropes to help him on this whip. Big shoulder tackle by Slade. As we have up and over, leapfrog by Jeffries, using that speed, and a nice arm drag.
Nice athleticism.
That's a hell of a way to minimize any size advantage, as a nicely done arm drag with full technique can take any opponent over, as Jeffries now wrenching away at the arm. He's got the elbow grapevine. David Gulick has the duties on this one, a great young referee in his own right. As we have Jeffries wrenching away the arm. Now it's interesting because Jeffries he picked up the pace and now he slowed it down again on purpose. And
I don't know if that's going to work in his favor, but he may have a strategy behind it. We'll have to wait and find out. And to be quite honest, you know, if you're going to try to take, you know, if your opponent's stronger and bigger than you, taking away one of his limbs isn't a bad strategy.
Oh, absolutely.
And so far, other than the early, knee from the champion, has been relatively competitive and technical to this point.
Yes. Well, and Ryan Slade, for being such a powerful guy, has actually proven to be an excellent technical wrestler in the past few years, especially. He's improved in that aspect of his game, where he doesn't have the high flying ability of a James Jeffries, but there's no flying Jeffries can do right now with his back on the mat.
You're not going to find yourself as the champion of any promotion if you're not well-rounded. And so far, Ryan Slade showing me that he's well-rounded. I tell you what, one more thing I want to point out, these fans here tonight have been outstanding. A lot of energy in this room, which is great to see. Great to see pro wrestlers, pro wrestling, and the people appreciate it.
Well, Des Moines is a great wrestling city, and the strength of independent wrestling right now in Des Moines is as strong as it's ever been. And I say that as a lifelong citizen of the area. Nice counter there.
But see, I'm going to question, just from my experience, he used his quickness to get the advantage, but he's going back to the arm, so he's got to have some strategy here. I'm waiting to see how it's going to pay off.
Well, I'm interested because Jeffries knows a number of key components of Jeffries' games involves using his legs, whereas Slade uses so much of that upper body strength that I wonder if he's got that in mind. But now, look at Slade going to work on the legs of Jeffries.
I still think that, you're seeing a bit of a feeling out process. I don't think either guy wants to make a mistake, and to be quite honest, as the challenger, and Jeffries being a bit of an underdog, he's going to have to take the chance and hope that it pays off.
Ooh, and just like, that's kind of the veteran presence there, as it looked like Jeffries about to get to the ropes. Slade pulls him through. Jeffries trying to wiggle his way out of it. That's one way to use his body to an advantage, and there you go. Using gravity to his advantage.
Lower body strength, he's going back to the arm.
It's interesting because having watched these men for years, they are known to take risks, and right now they are very much trying not to take too many risks. A lot of respect being shown to one another here.
I think the first guy who takes the risk and it pays off, or the first guy to make a mistake, you're going to see the tide change.
Oh, nice catch there by Slade. Speed met power, and power won that time. Oh! Biggest slam of the match thus far. Oh, kick out of 2.
That could be the move that's going to allow Slade to take a little bit of advantage here. Both these men so far are trying to keep the other grounded, and I think for each their own reasons. I think Slade obviously trying to neutralize Jeffries' quickness, and I think Jeffries trying to neutralize the power by keeping Slade off his vertical base.
Crowd rallying behind James Jeffries. He feeds off their energy time and time again, and Slade cuts him off. Drives him down, just a quick adjustment of the arm.
Slade looking at the people, maybe a little frustrated that the fans are rallying behind Jeffries here. And that could be the thing that, could allow him to maybe, if he can't keep his composure, he could make a mistake.
Well, and certainly Slade in recent months has been such a high-level fan favorite that he's the type of guy, he's shown some ego in the past. As champion, he wants to be seen as the top favorite, and the crowd is definitely getting behind Jeffries. As Jeffries can't work out of that vice-like grip of Ryan Slade, and Slade wisely drives him down to the mat. As these guys, great wrestling being shown here. We're going on almost 8 minutes of mat actions thus far. And there you go, the crowd rallying behind Jeffries, and he's getting a chance again. Here we go. Oh, kitchen sink knee lift.
Created some space, but it wasn't able to pay off.
Shoulder up. But we're seeing the toll these powerful slams and strikes are doing on Jeffries now, as he is not nearly as quick to get up as he was even 2 minutes ago in this matchup.
I'll tell you, the one thing I haven't seen yet from Ryan Slade that I'd like to see, especially the champion, is some aggression. He has control of Jeffries. He just delivered that knee into the midsection. I'm not seeing him get really aggressive and really press the issue yet. Maybe he doesn't respect Jeffries.
Slade trying to work him up into, wow, he's got him up and then some. Very delayed vertical suplex.
I tell you what that does to you. All the blood rushes to your head. You get lightheaded. And then when you actually crash to the mat.
Oh, man, alive.
It takes just that much more out of you.
I mean, that was a good 12 seconds looking at the clock here. Oh, and Jeffries. Now we're getting into the point where Jeffries having to show some fortitude here. Show that gutsiness we know he has. But he's going up against a physical specimen here tonight. Oh, kick to the midsection.
They're smart there, Jeffries.
Ooh,
great
big forearm smash.
Corner.
Irish whip hard into the buckle. Oh, misses the splash. Jeffries opportunity, double leg takedown. Oh, jackknife pin. Smart move, right in the referee's position too. Into a, big claw. Oh, Jeffries got the upper hand there.
Very surprised that Jeffries got the better of that exchange.
I'm shocked as well, but just it's a matter of he had to step into the momentum, and gravity does amazing things sometimes. Irish reversal here by Slade. Oh, hard, very hard. Look at the ring shake after that one. I think he put a little more oomph on that one than the previous Irish whip.
Start getting to the point of the match where conditioning starts to play a role. Obviously, Ryan Slade carrying more weight, bigger of the two gentlemen. We'll see how that affects his wind, and as this match continues, it actually starts to favor the challenger.
Well, and we are essentially getting to the championship round, so to speak, and we've seen Slade has shown he's had great conditioning against past opponents, but they were similarly large men. Oh, wow.
Slingshot there. That
nailed him.
Must have been what he was going for earlier.
Wow, and the bridge of the nose hit direct flush with the top of that turnbuckle pad, and there's not much give to those at all.
I can tell you from firsthand what that does. That's going to make your eyes water. At the very least, at worst, that'll rearrange your nose. Trust me, mine's been rearranged more times than I can remember. I'm still good looking though, aren't I?
You're doing a fine job, yes. I can say that confidently as a married man. So. Nice counter there into the snap suplex.
That's the power game of Ryan Slade, paying off for him.
Look at the face and look at the eyes of Slade. He's starting to show some visible frustration.
Yeah, here's the aggression I wanted to see earlier. You know, he should have been showing this right off the bat. You're the champion. Everyone's gunning for you. You can't let these guys breathe. If you get the advantage.
Wow, waistlock takedown. But do you think if he gets too aggressive, too temperamental, will that cost him? Could that cost him?
I mean, listen, it's always a risk, but again, when you have the size advantage, you have the man down. You need to get aggressive and take advantage of it.
This is a great move here, as he's wearing him down using his. I mean, he has such powerful thighs. Not even having to exert energy with his own arm strength here, and this is a devastating submission hold right in the center of the ring. As James Jeffries, no matter how, into a pin, smart move. And the kick out by Slade.
I feel at this point I'd be putting some boots to somebody. I'd be clubbing him upside the head. You know, I think but you know, again, the conditioning. Maybe Ryan Slade's trying to catch his wind. You know, he's exerted a lot of energy.
Slade had his hand down. It looked like he was trying to push the point of his palm into the back of the kidneys almost. It's kind of a vicious tactic. This is taking a lot out of Jeffries, but he's getting some relief every time he can get a pin attempt at least. As now Slade is bridging up though. That's going to make it difficult for Jeffries to get back. This is a true test of the toughness of Jeffries. We're going to find out what kind of man he is right now. I mean, he still is a good 5, 6, 7 feet either way to any side of the ropes here. Slade turns him back the other direction. I think he was sensing Jeffries was maybe going to get he's trying to wiggle out. Oh, he did. He managed to, wow. Impressive. Oh, it goes right for the leg. And now Jeffries is trying to take out the legs of Slade, as it looked like, honestly, he might have used some of the slickness of Slade's boots to help him slither out of that one. As
I think right now Jeffries, he's taking a lot of abuse, and I think this is actually smart. This is going to give him a chance to get his bearings, maybe catch his second wind. Then he can maybe, have a strategy to kind of really use that quickness, that speed to his advantage. But you got to get back to your strength. He's taking a lot of abuse here.
A tremendous submission hold here, devastating the legs. And Slade is so focused on what's in front of him, I think if he were to reach behind him, he might get to those ropes. But that's the pain he's dealing with right now. It's blinding the man. Now Jeffrey, look at Slade. Slade is, using the point of his elbow, and I think he's even, yes, he's working over the shoelaces on the boots. Wow. And that was not a kind forearm to get out of that one, that is for sure. But, I gotta say, some of the strikes in this match, much harder than the first time we saw these two go at it. That was a very respectful affair. Oh, big sidewalk slam.
That'll take your win from you. Not enough. But I think Ryan Slade's onto something. You got to start throwing your high impact maneuvers in here. You got to start going for the win. Both men are a little drained. Time to start emptying out your arsenal, so to speak.
Oh, drives the knee right to the, wow, beautiful move. And just the way it disoriented Jeffries, I mean, he completely took him out of position in the ring.
I don't know how beautiful that was. That was vicious. That was right in the kidneys. You probably never been kneed the kidneys before, have you? You wouldn't be thinking that was beautiful.
I do not think I can't say I have been kneed in the kidneys. I'm sure if I had, I'd remember it.
Yes, vicious. You get hit in the kidneys, I'll tell you what. That'll ruin your whole day.
Oh!
Hey!
What a strike there, big shot.
There's some fire. Everybody, let's see it, kid.
And one strike back from Slade nails him. And the fire got put out quickly there. You can tell Slade is a very confident champion as he's taken the time and even custom-made tights with that title belt on them. 15 minutes have elapsed, 15 minutes remain. There is I believe a 30-minute time limit in play here, but
that always favors the champion. You have to beat the champion. He doesn't have to.
Oh, big shot there to the face. But I gotta say, in all of Ryan Slade's title defenses, I mean, we're 20 minutes max is what we've looked at. This would go into unknown territory for Ryan Slade. As he's got I had the extended crab on. Jeffries gets to the ropes.
Maneuver him back to the center. Maybe he's looking for this.
One for it again. Oh, nice showing. There you go.
Burst of energy here for Jeffries.
And these shoulders are going to take a lot of wind out of Slade. Irish whip reversal. Oh, and Jeffries hard again into the buckle. He's getting to the point the last number of times Slade has reversed the Irish whip attempt that you wonder if Jeffries has maybe got to come up with another game plan there. Now Slade attempting, oh no, he's planting him on the ropes. Oh, oof, da, big chop. Oh, and Jeffries responds. One thing we know about James Jeffries, he's a tremendous striker. He's not a guy I would like to get into a striking battle with.
Well, he may be, but I think in that war, he's going to lose to the champion Ryan Slade simply because of the size advantage.
Once again, Slade, instead of trying to continue that battle in the corner, wisely snapmares him into the center of the ring and is applying another vice-like grip with that bear hug now.
think Jeffries got to get himself up to a vertical base. He's got to create some space. You do that any way you need to. At this point, being the challenger, if you got to stick your thumb in his eye, that's what I'm going to do.
Well, that might be what you do, but James Jeffries, that's never been his arsenal whatsoever. Always been a fan favorite. Would it be a wise move?
What's having a fan favorite to do with it? I stick my thumb in people's eyes. People love me.
As Jeffries, oh, there we go. The tenacity now on display. But he is going to need this crowd for sure. And they are rallying behind him. The intensity is certainly picking up in this room. Ooh.
We're getting to that point now where this match could end at any time. Fans feel it. That could be it.
Another huge slam right in front of the referee. Oh. That was as close as we've had all this match.
Again, you see the frustration now. Ryan Slade asking himself, what does he have to do to put James Jeffries away?
And we're reaching to the point, almost 20 minutes in, that other matches he's had tremendously tough matches. He has managed to put an opponent away by this point, and yet Jeffries still fights on.
I'll be honest, if I'm at the 20-minute mark of a 30-minute match and I'm the champion, I'm starting to think about running this clock out and getting out of here with the championship still around my waist.
And we'll see if that crosses the mind of Ryan Slade.
I don't think it is, because he's climbing the top rope. He's about to take a risk.
Oh man, this is a huge risk for Ryan Slade.
Watch the lights.
Misses the splash attempt. He even tried to adjust midair, seeing Jeffries rolling, and still couldn't get to him. Major opportunity for Jeffries. Smart on the part of Jeffries. There's a decorated amateur background in the state of Iowa in the high school ranks. As now Jeffries, I mean, I know he needs the crowd support, but he's taking a lot of time here. What's he have in mind? Ooh, close one. Oh, misses the elbow drop.
Not even close. He took too much time.
Well, that was such a risk, because as you move on later in the show, the ring itself isn't even in the same condition.
And yeah, I know there's a bunch of banana all over it because of AJ Smooth. It gets a little slick in there right now. Maybe one of these guys lick the mat, get a little potassium, give them the advantage. Free potassium right on the mat, gentlemen.
To the lower back. You know, I got to be honest, I don't know if bananas are on their mind right now. I think there's a lot of money on their mind. There's a championship at stake. It's shrewd advice. I'll give you that. I'm a big fan of bananas myself.
Well, you shouldn't look at me with those lust-filled eyes when you tell me that. There we go. There's a little rake of the back. I'm not mad at you.
Well, no, bananas are the most romantic of vegetables. And here we have, no romance there. Big. Look at the nails of the boot. Now, James Jeffries, what is this?
All right.
This is an edge.
Hey, tit for tat. Good for the goose, good for the gander. This is all for all the steaks.
Now, the back rake, such a popular move in the Des Moines area.
I brought this to Des Moines back 17 years ago when I came here. That's why it's popular. I brought it from the Mass Jungle Fighter, taught me the back rake. I brought it to Iowa from Minneapolis back in 2000. And everybody's been copying it ever since. I don't blame them. I'd do the same thing.
I mean, we'd have to look back. There's not a lot of archival footage of wrestling from the 40s in Des Moines.
Well, all right, you go look in the mirror, and then you look at me, and then we'll see who we're going to believe. If I say it, it's the gospel.
5 minutes remaining in this contest. Wow, 25 minutes into this one. And, oh, look at that counter. Russian leg sweep.
Jeffries needs to capitalize now.
Absolutely, going for the cover. Referee right there. Oh.
See, I think that was a mistake. I don't think I go for, I mean, the cover's fine, but that's not going to put him away. You got 5 minutes left. Whatever you got left in your tank, whatever you got left in your arsenal, it's time to empty it because you're under the gun now. If you don't beat the champion in under 5 minutes, you're not walking home with the belt.
And certainly everything's favoring the champion at this point, as the challenger not only is facing the challenge of the champion, he's facing the challenge of the clock.
Now, that being said, it's easier said than done because, you know, Jeffries has taken a lot of abuse, but it's gut check time. You want to be the big boy. You want to carry the championship around. This is gut check time. You got to prove it right here.
As Jeffries having to use the ropes to get up to his feet here. Slade up to one knee. Big right hand by Jeffries. Nailed him. Now we're just getting an exchange of blows inside the ring. Hard shots from both men. Oh, Jeffrey with a flurry here.
A little quicker to the draw.
Irish whip. Reversal again into a... Oh, satellite head scissors. Great move by Jeffries. Countering another big slam attempt by Slade. Nice elbow drop.
Got his third wind. All right, kid. Stay on top.
Slade having to use the ropes. Oh, man alive. Nice boot to the face. Jeffries up top now. Crossbody!
Could have him. Hook the legs. Smart. Not enough. Hey, stop looking at the people in disbelief. Get him. Yeah, it was 2. It's not over. Bell didn't ring. Come on, Jeffries. This is your chance.
You're right, Austin. He was wasting some precious time there. But was going for the sliced bread. And uh-oh, the Ryplex. This'll be all. Oh, Jeffries with the shoulder up. That is one of Slade's top maneuvers. The Ryplex. Slade looks stunned.
I'm thinking about rolling out of the ring right now.
You wonder though.
If he's unleashing his top maneuvers and he ain't putting them away at this point, you got what, 3 minutes left? Just roll out of the ring. Run the clock out. Walk out here with your championship. There's no shame in that. The guy's got to beat you. You don't have to beat him.
Well, certainly this is a new situation for Slade even as champion.
Probably should take it to me because I've been champion everywhere I've gone. Almost everywhere I've gone.
I wonder if the shock of Jeffries getting out of that one has thrown Slade completely off of a strategic standpoint of even thinking to roll out of the ring.
Raising the stakes here.
Wow, now this is a game ender. Ooh, Jeffries got a tight grip on that turnbuckle. I think that was the only thing savable. A headbutt by James Jeffries. Never seen him use that before.
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Big shot there. Slade is backed off into a tornado DDT. He nailed him! Cover! Oh! Did he get... Nope! Oh, Austin, I thought from our vantage point, he might have actually had him that time. 1 minute remaining the time limit.
Let's go.
Jeffries has got to pour it on here. And the crowd, they picked a favorite.
I don't know. I don't know if I would have picked up him right there. I don't know if I would have picked him up right there.
It looked like Slade was going for that Canadian destroyer. Jeffries scouted it. He's going for the sliced bread. Up the ropes. He nails it. He nails it. Cover.
Hook the leg.
Oh, the champion kicks out. The champion kicks out. Now they have kicked out of one another's top moves.
Tell you what, Ryan Slade, show me why he's the champion here right there.
Irish whip by Jeffries into a, Slade with a roll up. Oh, even looked like I think he put his foot on the ropes even that time.
I think it was just ring position. I don't think he tried to. Ring positioning, maybe it happened. I think it was an accidental. That's it. That's the bell right there.
There we go. Was that the 30 minute? Do we have a draw? Yes. Wow. A time limit draw.
That's the champion's advantage right there. Hard-fought match.
Ryan Slade now, and we know the winner of that match was going to take on.
What a great matchup, 30 minutes long, time limit draw, but I did say earlier in the show, December 16th, we've got Bob Hardcore Holly coming to Des Moines, and he's going to take on the winner of this match, and as you can see, we didn't have a clear winner. It's a draw. So we're going to put both men in a match, a triple threat match, the IPW Championship, James Jeffries, Bob Hardcore Holly, and champion Ryan Slade, triple threat, December 16th.
Announcement there, what an explosive situation. Great effort by both men. Mr. Aries, thank you again for joining me. I look forward to seeing you more here in the future in Impact Pro Wrestling.
Absolutely, the pleasure was all yours.
Once again, James Jeffries, and still your Impact Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Ryan Slade. Both back in competition December 16th. We're going to see if we can get this settled.
This has been a presentation from Dr. Wrestling Midnight Guthrie and Impact Pro Wrestling. Visit ImpactProWrestling.com for more information about upcoming events.